What's going on, guys? It's your boy DJ Brandon here, and in today's video it is a requested, it's made for you video. So you guys have been asking me, how do you set up your active and passive speakers? Well, today I'm gonna be showing you how I do so. It's very easy, nothing complicated, so make sure you have everything ready. And before I do begin the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that bell for more post notifications to keep up to date with all my latest videos. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so you are gonna need XLR cables, and a lot of them, 1/4 inch to XLR. And the first thing I would recommend doing is powering up all your speaker, guys. Not turning it on, but giving your subs power and your tops. So you're gonna be using passive tops. I'm gonna be using my PB115 for a passive top, my Mackie Thump 15A as an active top, and one PB118 as a passive sub. Alright, so on the back of the amplifiers, not all of them are the same. These are the Crown XLS 1000 and 1500. On this side you do have your output for your subs and speak on and regular cable, banana plug, and on this side you do have your XLRs, RCA, and 1/4 inch outputs and inputs. So how about we start and actually connect the amps together and the speakers. So first thing you want to do is decide which one is for your tops and which one is for your bottoms. My 1500 is for my subs and my 1000 is for my tops. Now you also want to decide where the output of the mixer is going to go into. My output is going to go into my subs, and let me tell you why. I have put it into my tops, into my Mackies first, and it doesn't sound the same. The subs lose power, and usually everywhere you go, the output of the mixer always goes to the sub first. It gives the subs more bass, more power. It's just natural because it's the first thing you hit. Alright guys, so the first thing you want to do is actually have the XLR connections that are going to go into your amp and decide where it's going to go. My output from a mixer is going to go into the sub amp. So that's what I'm going to do. Connect it into the sub XLR inputs. Just go ahead and actually just plug it up in there. Now that you have connected your XLR inputs from your mixer to your amp, you're gonna need power also for your tops. My XLS has a 1/4 inch link /out, and as you can see right here, it says link out, which looks something like this, guys. So what you're gonna do is go ahead and grab one 1/4 inch and plug it up in the link out, and you want to pair it up. So this is channel 2, and I'm gonna connect it to channel 2 and just connect it. So you are gonna have the same channel going onto your amp on the same output, which is channel 2, and it's gonna receive the same sound. So channel 2 is done. Do the same for channel 1. You wanna go ahead and link out into channel 1 XLR. And just go ahead and plug it up. Now the best connection from your mixer to your amps or your speakers is XLR cables, which is balanced, which is very important in the audio industry. Now that you have connected your amp successfully, you're gonna want to connect it to your active speaker or subs. Alright, so now that you have connected your passive audio, you're gonna need 2 more cables that will go out from your tops to your active speakers. What you're gonna do is just go ahead and connect it. Depending on how many XLR connections your speakers require, as the Mackie only require 1 input, I'm only gonna be using 1 for one side and 1 for the other. So I'm gonna use this for my right and this for my left, and that's how it goes. Now this cable is not that long, so I am gonna be using a regular audio XLR cable, and just go ahead and plug it up and just connect this side on the Mackies. On the back of the Mackie, guys, as you can see, there is an EQ right here, an on and off switch for the EQ, and I usually always have it off unless I'm using a 3.5 to XLR cable and just one speaker. Then I do mess with the EQ depending on the song and all that. But I usually always use my mixer, so I always have it at the middle and off, as I never touch the EQ when I mess with the EQ on the Pioneer. So I'm gonna be using the XLR cable number 2 right here, which is coming out of my top amp, my crown. So I'm gonna just go ahead and plug it up, and that's all I have to do, guys. I could just adjust the volume, but the EQ is gonna stay the same. That's how you connect active and passive speakers. Now I'm gonna show you how to connect those connections onto your mixer. Alright, so this is how the back of my SX looks like, and right here is my mastered output. That is where I always connect my speakers. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and plug up the right and the left. Just go ahead and push it in there. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then your left, everything is nice and tight in there. Should make a little click sound, and now it shouldn't come off at all. And that's how I connect my mixer to my amp, guys. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my mixer. Remember, mixer is always first, then your amps and speakers. You want to prevent all popping sounds, and that's how you do it. You always turn on your mixers and your EQs and then your amps. So let's go ahead and do so now. Alright guys, after you have successfully connected all your inputs and outputs, your mixers, your speakers and everything, go ahead and turn on your mixer, your controller. And there we go, guys. My mixer has successfully turned on. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my amps. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on my XLS 1500. As you guys can see, all volume knobs are down. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my XLS 1000. So like I told you guys, my XLS 1500 has a built-in crossover. So right now it's at bypass, that means full range. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to low end. So I can get only bass, high pass, low pass, 187. And I'm gonna leave my XLS 1000 at bypass, as I do want full range on my tops. And let's go ahead and turn on the Mackeys. Volume level is also down, guys, remember that, so go ahead and turn it on. Alright guys, so now that everything is on, the Mackeys, the PV, the Crown, the Pioneer and everything, Serato's up and ready to run. The first thing you want to do is check things step by step, so one thing by one thing by one thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and check the subs, that everything is working properly. Go ahead and put it around half or so and play a song. Remember never to go over the 0 dB. I will only go over around 4 or so, but you never want to be in the over section. Overload, never overload your speaker, guys, never good. So let's go ahead and play the song and increase the actual gain on the song. And maybe around so. I don't want it going into the red. So now that it's the beat drop, I want it around so. I don't want it too high nor too low. It's pretty good. You never want your songs to usually go into the red. You don't want that. You usually never want that. But around so is fine. And so let's go ahead and actually put up the fader and start bringing our master level up slowly and until it hits the 0 dB. And see if we can get some sound. Alright, I could hear something. Okay. As you can see, it's -6. It's not going over the 0. The beat is about to drop, so. Okay, sounds pretty good. It's at 0 dB right now, so that's usually where I always have my audio gain. So let's go ahead a bit over 0. That's probably the max I will ever go. Never go over. Alright, so the subs works. Now let's go ahead and increase the PB 115, which is tops. Alright, so let's go ahead and increase the PB around, let's put it at half. And let's go ahead and increase the volume on the Pioneer. So let's go ahead and just so as you can see, it's not going on the red. so. Alright, so now that we know that the PVs are working, let's go ahead and get the Mackie in this action. On the back, let's just go ahead and increase it around quarter or so, because usually active speakers have way more power than passive speakers, which is crazy. Let's go ahead and play the same song, so increase it. See if it doesn't clip. I never want my speakers to clip because it's not a good thing. So let's wait till the bass drop. So the Mackie sound good, the PV sound good now. Let's go ahead and actually play everything together and see how it sounds. Alright, so let's go ahead and play everything together. So there you have it, guys. That's how you set up your active and passive speakers. Hopefully this video was helpful to you and entertaining. Hope you learned something new today. This was a requested video, so you guys asked for it and I made it. Hopefully this answered your question. And it's really not that hard, guys. It's pretty simple. It's just basically the in and out. But you gotta take in mind that if you're gonna have crossovers and EQs, do you really want that going into your active speaker? So there's a lot of things that you gotta think about. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. I will definitely reply and answer your question. But hopefully this video was helpful and entertaining, guys. And if so, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that bell for more post notifications to keep up to date with all my latest videos. And remember, guys, that I am hosting a giveaway. Link will be in the description below for this giveaway. It's a 7-port 3.0 USB hub that I am gonna be giving away, not one but two. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, it's your boy DJ Brandon. Till next time, peace.